For years, I didn't care about what anyone thought of me, but looking back, my confidence wasn't real, it was borrowed. And when that foundation crumbled, so did my self-esteem. When I was with my last boyfriend, he was a very successful artist. I felt really untouchable when I was with him. Not in a cocky way, more because I had this sense of inner power inside of me. And I'll explain what I mean by that here in a minute. By being his boyfriend, it gave me this status and security, his status and security. And at times I would forget that status and security was his and wasn't actually mine. It was easy for the two to meld together. It felt like it was mine. It's hard to not let that happen since you're together. People respected me because of who I was with. I didn't have to actually try to impress anyone because they were already impressed. That confidence inside me, after that happened over and over for years, kind of grew naturally. I felt like that confidence was mine. It wasn't about being better than anyone. It was about feeling like I belonged, like I was enough. Growing up, I always felt like I wasn't enough. I never felt like I belonged anywhere. When I lived in LA and I was dating him, it was so easy, I guess, to be accepted by almost everybody. Even people who didn't like me as a gay person, they would ignore that part of them just because they saw success. It was so weird. I know that there's people that just would bully me in high school, for instance, and I know that if I was to show up around them, then they would totally flip and they would not act at all like that. That happened quite a bit. That is something that's just bizarre, right? I'm sure you can imagine how that would be, how that would feel. Here's where the story gets interesting. I promise it does get better. After we broke up, everything changed. That sense of security that I had disappeared overnight. It was also COVID, so this didn't really affect me right away. Once I moved to Hawaii, it definitely took effect. When we moved to Hawaii, we got this super old Prius. I think we paid $2,000 for it. Two-tone, it was like red. Part of the bumper was gray, very old, but it worked. I was actually thankful to have that car, but I was embarrassed. We had just started a clothing brand. We went to the nicest hotel on the island. I had friends there from all the times that we vacationed there and we stayed there. We went there to show them our clothing brand because I was interested in getting our clothes in their store in the hotel. We show up in this super old Prius, so it was embarrassing for me because every time I had been to that hotel, we were like the top of success. So that was kind of, I don't know, embarrassing for me. I kind of became really aware of what people were thinking about me, or at least imagining in my head what they were thinking about me, even though they loved our clothing brand and we actually got our clothes in the store. So I know that all these things that I was thinking inside weren't actually true. They didn't treat me any different. I just really couldn't get past the embarrassment. I was like, I don't know, trying to hide because I didn't want them to see our car. It took an emotional toll on me, and I really did feel like I failed at that point because for so many years his success was my success in my eyes at many times, and it just wasn't. And the reality of that didn't really take effect until I moved to Hawaii and realized, oh, I actually haven't done any of those things, and I was borrowing that success. It took moving to Vegas because I was missing LA and my friends a lot. Being on the island, it was very isolating over there. I just wanted to be back home. Obviously, LA was too expensive. Vegas was the smarter option for us because we're still trying to grow our clothing brand. It just made more sense for us to be here. And honestly, it's probably in the last couple of months I've started to realize that confidence doesn't come from who you're with or what you have. It comes from what you're building within yourself. That has been one of the best realizations for me, realizing that confidence grows from inside. Even though I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, I'm proud of myself for not giving up, and I'm proud of myself for chasing my dreams and not giving up on them again. This is what true confidence looks like. True confidence isn't about having it all together. It's about showing up even when things are hard. I've learned to celebrate the fact that I'm still here, I'm still learning through all of these things that I am working on myself and becoming a better person inside and outside. And that is where confidence comes from. Other people will see everything you're working on. I'm doing all these things, my YouTube channel, my clothing brand, I'm writing my book. I've written 2 books. When I tell people all these things that I'm doing, even though I haven't succeeded completely at them, but that I'm working on them, that is inspiring to them. That is inspiring. I should be proud of myself for that. And I should feel the same feeling of confidence that I felt. And I'm finally starting to feel that. It is hard to do all these things. It's hard to motivate yourself to create these things. To be creative is hard, and it takes discipline. It doesn't just fall from the sky. You have to really want it, and you have to really be disciplined. Instead of playing a game or watching a movie or doom scrolling, that takes so much dedication. If you have that within you, that is all the confidence you need, and that's all you have to share with people, and they will be inspired by you. I'm saying this for me and for you. If you guys are struggling with confidence, try to work on something creative. Just spend 10 minutes a day to start with, or just tell yourself, I want to find what I'm creative, what I enjoy. You'll find yourself, your confidence will start to grow. If you tie your confidence or your self-worth to someone else, it can disappear in an instant. That disappearance is hard to get through. Confidence doesn't mean being at the top. It means being proud of the journey and where you are in it. I'm still learning to enjoy the journey part. Every small step you take towards your goal is something to be proud of. You are doing more than most people by just trying. You don't have to make giant steps. It can just be little baby steps. 10, 20 minutes a day is all you need to work on a passion project. You just have to start. It's not about having a week or a whole day, a few minutes a day, every day. Caring about what others think is natural, but it shouldn't define who you are as a person. Focus on building your confidence from within. That is the confidence that's going to last. It's the hard lesson that I had to learn. Have you ever tied your confidence to something outside of yourself? Let me know in the comments below. If this video resonates with you, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more real talk about life, growth, and building the life you want. And we're here for each other. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below.